Dun, 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 dun. Newest piece of cardio equipment. So, I just woke up, I'm in my garage, and look what I found at a garage sale, dude. I got this baby for like 25 bucks at a yard sale, so I was just like, dude, I definitely want to grab this for morning cardio. This is, you know, I do train people in this little gym, but this is for me. You know, I don't really plan on making people do a ton of cardio during my workouts. I typically get them warmed up. And most people can do cardio without me. You don't need me for cardio, you need me for lifting. But my plan with this bad boy is to actually set it up in front of my TV in the living room. So that way, whenever I do morning cardio, I could just throw on some anime and watch an episode of anime and get my morning cardio in. And I figured that would just hold me a little bit more accountable to it. Plus, I don't have to just do morning cardio, I could also do evening cardio and it'd be nice. So that's the newest addition to the Chigel gym, or otherwise known as the House of Pain. But it is time for another Chigel cut video, and today we are gonna start doing our maxes. So if you guys aren't really familiar with what maxing out is, it's essentially trying to lift as heavy as you can with a certain compound lift. You don't do them with all lifts. Obviously, you're not gonna go to the leg extension and try and max out 1 rep leg extensions. It's not gonna make a lot of sense. And honestly, it might get you hurt. So when it comes to maxing out, there's only really 5 lifts that I'll personally max out with. And that would be your main powerlifting lifts, your deadlift, your squat, your bench press. And I also like to max out on my Olympic lifts, which would be my power cleans, my clean and press, and really you could also consider snatches as well. So I guess 6 that I would really like to, you know, max out on. And I do plan on actually trying to max out all of these within the next 6 weeks, I guess. Because really, I don't really max out that often. It's probably been like 3 years since the last time I maxed out, literally. So it's definitely time to figure out where my numbers are for sure. So technically today's supposed to be chest and back. So we're gonna start out with maxing out, and then I'm gonna finish out the workout with regular exercises once I'm all burnt out of energy. And today we got deadlift, which is one of my favorite lifts because it's one of my heaviest lifts. My brother Colton's actually gonna be joining us today, and I think he's also gonna be trying to max out his deadlift as well. So it's gonna be an interesting day, it should be fun. I'm gonna be shooting for over a 500-pound deadlift, gearless. If you guys don't know what gearless means, essentially, if you guys have ever seen like the weight belts or the knee sleeves on people when they're maxing out, I don't use those at all. Typically when you're maxing out on like a deadlift or a squat, you really should use a belt. But the problem with belts is people tend to use them way too often. Really, you're only supposed to use them when you're maxing out. A lot of people will use a belt or knee sleeves whenever you're just doing your regular workouts, like sets of 3 or sets of 5. And what that really does is it'll actually negatively impact how much strength you gain in your core. For example, on a deadlift and a squat, you use a lot of core for stabilization. And when you wear a belt, it'll actually take out your core from the lift, or at least you won't be using it nearly as much because you have the assistance of the belt. So I don't really like to do that. I like to try and do it all gearless. I'm pretty safe with my deadlift. I know that if my back starts bending out, I'm just gonna drop the bar, I'm not gonna chance it. But we're definitely gonna try and go for a gearless max on all these lifts, just because that's just how I personally train. But I do recommend if you are gonna be maxing out, please use a belt, it's a lot safer. But yeah, I'm about to go pretty much do some morning cardio while watching some anime. I gotta move this big boy back into the living room. I just actually had gotten this thing yesterday and threw it in the garage, and I haven't had a chance to put it in there and really rearrange it to where I want it to be at. So I'm about to go do that. Watch an episode of anime, get my morning cardio in. I'm honestly so excited for that. It's like a dream come true. Then I'm gonna go stream for you guys because it is Sunday today, and I typically stream early in the morning, some kind of gaming content. So if you guys haven't seen any of my streams, make sure you stop on by. I have a lot of fun with those streams. It gives me a chance to talk to you guys, see what kind of content you guys are looking for out of me, and really I just get to chat you guys up. But let's go get this bad boy set up and get some morning cardio in. Baki the grappler. Morning cardio. Not too shabby, except for the fact that this thing downward slopes a little bit and Ajax keeps trying to get at me because he doesn't know what it is. Sora's kind of puzzled as well, but you know what? We're just gonna enjoy it. We're here with Colton. Gonna max out. What's your goal for the day?
Beltless?
You usually use a belt when you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do belt?
I think I hit 455 with the belt.
Oh damn, okay. Yeah, you definitely probably hit 400 for sure.
Yeah.
Are you one of those so-called badasses? I'll grant your wishes and head straight to the afterlife.
Cool.
Forget all that formal crap. I'm coming at me one at a time.
Ooh, easy money.
All you bitches on.
That is lightweight.
Shoot it up there. Up. Nice.
Lightweight, baby.
Boy.
Much better.
Deltoid's popping. Get it up there. Up, up, up. Get it past the knees. Pull. Easy. Yep.
What are you waiting for? Kill him!
Yeah. Yep.
When you point a sword at someone, either you kill them or they kill you. There ain't no in between.
Protein. So we're done with the workout. Really? Oh, let me wipe my mouth. Jesus Christ. So we're done with the workout. Basically, we just pretty much maxed out. I was in the gym for like 3 hours a day. Colton had to leave a little bit earlier before I did. But really all we did was max out. I spent like an hour and a half maxing out. And then I finished the workout out with, it's supposed to be a chest and back day. So I got some chest exercises in and some extra back exercises in. But really, we spent most of the time doing deadlifts. Obviously, you guys got to see my max beltless, which was at 475, I believe. And really, I highly don't recommend maxing out without a belt. It's a little dangerous. I've been doing deadlifts for years. And so if I know, like you probably saw in that last set, I just let go of it. I knew if I would have kept pushing that, I probably would have put my body in a compromised position and might have hurt my back. So wasn't worth it. So I went ahead and dropped it off at 495. But next time I max out, I definitely want to use a belt because the belt can probably add a good 50 to 100 pounds to my lift. And I would really like to see where that's at. Not to mention that it would put my back in a little bit of a safer position. So if you're ever maxing out, doing like 1 rep maxes, or if you're ever on your last set going heavy for a set of 3 or 5, that's when you use a belt. But typically I recommend not using a belt when you're just training for deadlifts. And that's because if you use a belt, it actually will take the core out of the lift. So we want to make sure that you're utilizing that core and strengthening that core, because that's actually how you're going to be able to get higher deadlift maxes later on. But overall, I was pretty happy with 475 beltless. I felt pretty good about that. I think Colton hit 405 beltless, which is for his size is pretty damn impressive, honestly. We're both long torsoed people, so the longer the torso, the harder it is for the deadlift, because it's just like there's a lot of pressure on our thoracic spine. So that means we have to use a lot more core strength. For example, if you compare that to someone who's like Tyler 1, who's a lot shorter, me and Colton's like 6'2", which is even more impressive. I'm 6 foot. Tyler 1 is, hold on, let me Google that real quick. How tall is Tyler 1? Yeah, according to Google, I don't know how true this is, but he's 5'6", so he's a good bit shorter than us. And because of that, there's less distance traveled and there's a lot less like spine pressure on the thoracic spine. So for people like him and people that are shorter, you do have an advantage as far as lifting goes. That being said, Tyler 1 is still a freak of an athlete. He is athletic, I'll give him that. But basically that's all we got for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We're definitely gonna be doing a lot more maxes over the next couple weeks. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing next week. It's either going to be like a power clean max or a bench max, something along those lines. But I'm pretty excited to see where my numbers are at. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.